It's been about a week since Mikuri and I moved to this town. Damn. That's how they indicate a passage of time. I mean, I guess it's not a bad way of doing it, but I thought it'd only be like a day. I thought they would only skip through like a day, not like an entire week. You know? Good work today. The day has ended without incident. Classes have started now, and we're getting used to working at the shop. I'm starting to feel like an actual member of Cetaria's staff. Wait, okay. So, classes have started for him and her, right? It's like, it wouldn't make sense. it wouldn't make sense for him to say classes have started now if he meant it's the start of the new semester, right? Because then, like, why the fuck does... I was about to say Corey. Because then why the fuck would Chieri be wearing her school uniform, you know?
Mikuri ちゃん、今日はお話があるから、ちょっと残ってくれるかな?
Yes, Your Majesty!
Okay, listen, I feel like there is a big difference between ma'am and Your Majesty. Right? Like, sure, ma'am is formal. Right? You're addressing someone, you're addressing a female formally. But Your Majesty is, you are addressing a specific person, right? You are addressing a person of royalty, right? You are addressing the fucking queen, right? And I mean, I say the queen like the history didn't have multiple queens at once, but you know, we don't live back then. We don't live back in those days. We live in this day where there is no queen because she died. Never mind.
どこで覚えたんですか、その返事。
ナナちゃんのゲーム。
What games does Nana play?
やっぱり、ナナ先輩に付き合わされて夜更かししないでくださいね。
Yeah, only I get to. In the second game. For the first game, I'll only stay up late for Chieri and Mikuri.
ねえ、面白いのに。
だから言ってるんです。
Mikuri, who is fresh from her homeland and didn't even know what coffee was, is really picking up on terms from the outside world. There does seem to be a bit of a bias to what she's learning, though. I'll take care of closing down the shop, so go ahead and get changed. And this time I won't walk in on you. Also, what game is Nana playing where a character says has to address a person of royalty?
わかりました。みくりさんも一緒に着替えちゃいましょう。
はい、ちえりちゃんと一緒だ。
変なことはしないでくださいね。
Chieri looks at me as she heads to the heads to the back, and our eyes meet. And that's the signal. It's time.
さて、今のうちに準備しちゃいましょうか。
Yeah, let's be quick about it. Are they doing a thing for Mikuri? Oh.
あれ、お店どうしたの？
Mikuri comes back from getting changed and her eyes go wide. And then
生日おめでとうございます。
Oh. A happy birthday.
何が起こってるの？
Remember when we went to Sweet's Tale and you said you were born during chestnut season? So I went and asked Ichika about it, and she said that apparently today is your birthday. So I talked to everyone about celebrating it today.
もともと何かお祝いはしようと思ってたんだけど、ゆずきさんが提案してくれたからパーティーにしたの。ケーキは私とナナちゃんで作ったんだ。みくりちゃん用のオリジナルなんだよ。
みくり専用だからな。全部食っていいぞ。
Oh my. On the table of the chestnut cream cake. It's a whole cake, like the shortcake from before, but single serve. But single serve. But single serving. I don't know.
私はあまり手伝えていないので申し訳ないですが、一応お料理の提案などをさせていただきました。
You might have preferred to do this with your family, but we tried our best.
みくりさん？
うわ、めっちゃ泣いてる。
Sorry, did we overstep the mark?
違うの。すっごく嬉しくて。
Tears are falling from her normally bright and shining eyes.
私ね、ずっと友達いなかったんだ。だからこんな風に誕生日お祝いしてもらうの初めてで。
I need to check.
私ね、ずっと友達いなかったんだ。
Okay. Listen. It was perfect, alright? The only problem is that I had to fucking I needed to confirm.
正直言うと意外です。みくりさんならきっと友達がたくさんいると思ってました。
本当に友達いないんだよ。うちの里には他に子供がいなかったから。
Is it all old people?
うちの里はなくなりかけらしくて、人がどんどん減ってるらしいんだ。
You know, I assume they've probably fucking locked off their city, their town, their village. That's the right word. They've locked off their village from the outside world, right? So it's more strange the fact that Makuri is so young compared to everyone else, right? But you know, there's always those stories of you know, person from a remote village going out to the world, right, and then coming back or whatever. And I mean, I'm more surprised that there aren't more people in this village like that, but I guess if they're all old people, right?
昔はもっと子供がいたらしいんだけど、だんだん少なくなっていって、私だけになっちゃった。周りは大人ばっかりで、みんな働いてる時間はいつも一人だった。父様も母様もじい様もばあ様も親戚じゃない大人だって優しくしてくれるんだけど、お父様が言ったの。みくりにも友達がいればいいのになって。母様に聞いたの。友達って何？って。そしたらね、一緒に遊んだり、 勉強したり喧嘩したりする人だって言われた。想像してたの。私に友達がいたらどんな子なんだろう。私に友達がいたらどんなことをして遊ぶんだろう。私に友達がいたらなんて言って喧嘩するんだろう。ずっと友達が欲しかった。私は友達を知らなかったから。
みっくりさん。
ごめんね、ちえりちゃん。ちえりちゃんとどうしても友達になりたかったからしつこくしちゃったけど、嫌だったよね。
そういうことなら仕方ないですね。特別に許してあげます。ちえりちゃん！そうはいきません。
As if reading her mind, Chieri definitely evades Mikuri's attempt at hugging her. Listen, I don't think it was that hard to read.
今のは OK な流れでしょ。
With a song title like that, what do you mean the pie got burnt?
仲良くすることと甘やかすことは違います。友達だからこそ律するべきは律しなくてはいけません。
そんな。ね、あれ、今友達って言った？
言いました。正直みくりさんには迷惑をかけられてばかりですが、一緒に出かけたこともありますし、年齢の上下はありますが、友人と言って差し支えない間柄だと思います。みくりさんに助けてもらったこともありますしね。
ちえりち
ゃん。私らだってそうだ。ダチのためじゃなかったら仕事でもないのにわざわざケーキなんて作らねえよ。
さあさあ、ナナちゃんってばみくりちゃんのケーキを作るために何度も試作してたんだよ。
それは言わなくていい。てかケーキ作ってたのはイチカも一緒だろ。
I also feel the same. If you weren't here, I'd be the only new staff member, and it would be lonely. Okay, would it though? No, I might not even be working here at Sataria if it weren't for you. That's also a lie. So I'm grateful that we met. Happy birthday, Mikuri. Actually, no, it isn't a lie, because the only reason Yuzuki is working here is because Ichika thought up the idea of him working here because of Mikuri working here. Yep.
ゆずきくん、みんな。
But the being lonely if he was the only new staff member, like, okay, you're exaggerating a bit. Huge tears come rolling out of Mikuri's eyes. I stay put and watch as she calms down from her overflowing emotions, knowing that they're not tears of sadness.
これは私たちからの誕生日プレゼントです。
Chieri holds out the paper bag that she prepared earlier.
ちなみに中身は服です。巫女服しかないと不便でしょうし、目立ちますから。あと、私が選んだので、気に入らなかったら私を恨んでください。
絶対恨んだりしないよ。大切にするね。
しなくていいです。普段着用なので普通に着てください。
絶対大事にするもん。ありがとうみんな。今日は最高の誕生日だよ。
It's been half a month since I came to Unigicho. Okay, we're fucking flying through the days, aren't we? I guess that means we aren't going to school. Alright, but that was a sweet scene. I didn't expect it so early. But I think I've played through enough of this game to finally have a ranking. For the first 4 girls. Alright. Here it is. Number 1 is Mikuri. And that was before that scene. that was before her birthday scene. Right? I made this ranking the last episode. Oh, well, after the last episode. Alright, and second is Nana. Mainly because she's a tomboy. Third is Ichika. And fourth is Chieri, funnily enough. Alright, we've hung out a lot with Mikuri and Chieri. And while I don't dislike Chieri, you know, it's I don't know how to describe it. I just, you know, I don't like her as much as the other girls yet. So yeah, that's why she's at the bottom of the list. Also, speaking of last episode, I was, you know, when describing the dere types of Chieri and Mikuri, I kind of backtracked on calling Mikuri an aho dere, right? And I kind of didn't really put a label on her, but I mean, yeah, obviously, Bakadere is a better way to say it, because okay, look, here's the thing. Both words, right? Both Baka and Aho are used for the dere type. But the thing is, while Baka, right, in Japanese means like stupid or idiot or something like that, Aho is a lot harsher, right? And you know, it's the reason why I didn't stick with Aho dere. With Chieri, you know, she's kind of kudere, tsundere, right? But apparently she's Dere-tsun. By the way, with Mikuri and Chieri, I'm getting their dere types from the comment from the comment section of the last episode. And Dere-tsun is very weird of a dere type, because what they basically are is you know, normally they're closer to dere types than tsundere or any other dere types. But unlike a tsundere, where they're cold at first, right? They're mean at first, and then they warm up. With Chieri, she's nice at first, and then there are times where she's colder to the characters. So it's a weird dere type. It doesn't really apply to that many characters. But well, in Amairo Chocolate's case, it applies to Chieri. At first, I wondered how it was going to turn out, and there have been a lot of surprises involving Mikuri, but I've gotten used to this life. I've got a shift at Sataria start after classes today. I'll do my best. Morning. So, here's the thing. You know, I got curious as to how the 18 plus version of Amairo chocolate works. And the way it works is instead of a file, right? With visual novels like Angelic Chaos in 9-9 and similar ones using the same engine, they have a specific adult file, right? It's literally called adult, that you can drag in and drag out, and it will literally switch up between you can easily switch between 18 plus and all ages version. For this game, it's an exe file. Alright, you fucking go on Denversoft, you buy the free 18 plus DLC, you double click on the exe, and you download the 18 plus version. Right, it injects straight into the game, and you can't really undo that unless you uninstall Amairo Chocolate. And well, as you can see, I didn't uninstall it. So you know, but I didn't expect it so soon. I didn't expect them to show off titty so soon. Especially, you know, in Chiere's case, at least she still had her bra on, but I guess it makes sense that Mikuri doesn't wear a bra when she's sleeping. I mean, like, yeah, that makes sense. I could see them. Not just the large, soft, flesh-covered parts, but also the pink tips as well. Well, unfortunately for YouTube, you can't see them. But if you go to the Patreon... Never mind. I consider the scene laid out before me. I pinch my cheek. Ouch. Yep, this is reality. What the... What are you doing, Mikuri?
学校行くの。
In that outfit? I didn't know you were an exhibitionist too, Mikuri. Wait. You can't change here, Mikuri. Wake up. I am a man after all. So if I don't stay focused, my gaze might stray to where it shouldn't. It already did. You already brought up her nipples, so I don't know what you're talking about. Suppressing my instincts, I call out to her, doing my best to keep my eyes turned away. Yeah, morning.
どうしてそんなに横向いてるの？
I'll look back once you've finished changing. Once you've finished changing.
ねえねえ、こっち向いてよ。
This also isn't why she's at the top of my list. But even though I have my face turned away, Mikuri enters my field of vision. With that small bit of movement, I'm pretty sure that her breast shook. I could see them, so please.
何が？
And Mikuri tilted her head to the side and looked at me blankly. I mean breasts.
大丈夫。同じところに住んでるし、ゆずきくんなら家族みたいなものだよ。
I mean, look, Mikuri, while being less kudere than... Why am I blanking on her name? From the girl from Magical Marriage Lunatics, I can literally fucking look at my ranking. Lucy. Fucking Luluna, alright? Both of them are as naive when it comes to the outside world as the other. Alright, so listen. I'm used to this. I'm already used to this from Luna. It's not fine. You wouldn't let your father see you naked, even though you're family, right?
当たり前だよ。父様に見せるわけないじゃない。
Didn't you just say that we were like family? I don't understand how Mikuri thinks.
何やってるんですか？
Listen, Chieri. I can explain. What? I turn around to see Chieri standing there. Like I said, I can explain. Listen, I wasn't taking advantage of Mikuri's dumbness. That's not the right word, but you know, it just happened that way. And you know, she's the one who is making me see her naked, right? So if anything, I'm the one I'm the victim here. After the half-naked Mikuri is standing in front of me.
着替えるなら部屋で着替えてください。ラウンジは脱衣所じゃないんですよ。
Chieri steps between me and Mikuri and adjusts Mikuri's Shrine Maiden outfit.
ちえりちゃん、おはよ
おはようございます。まったくもう、少しは恥じらいを持ってください。
That's not it. I didn't.
大丈夫です。どうせみくりさんが悪いって分かってますから。
Oof.
でも、よかったですね。いいものが見られて。
This is why Chieri is different from a tsundere, right? Because she doesn't call you a pervert. She is rational enough to understand that it isn't your fault that you got to see Mikuri's titties. I mean, that you were forced to see them because that would be such a bad thing to see, right, guys? What?
どうせ私はみくりさんと違って貧相でちんちくりんですよ。
Huh? Has Chieri been comparing herself to Mikuri all this time? I mean, kind of. That's true. So I'm really empathetic. That's not true. Are you looking at me with lecherous thoughts in mind? I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't, no matter how I answer.
私なんてちっちゃいし、ぺったんこだし、目も青いままだし。
What do you mean? Hang on. Okay, I agree that you're short and flat-chested, but what do you mean blue? What do you mean your eyes are still blue? Do beast folk normally change eye color depending on their level of maturity or something? So why are you here, Chieri? It's not time to work yet, right?
同じ学校なので、みくりさんを迎えに来たんです。放っておくとあっちこっち行ってフラフラするので。
She's liable to go wandering on. Okay, I mean, I understand Chieri's gotten used to seeing Mikuri walk out into the lounge room fucking naked, right? Oh, I see. That's so thoughtful, Chieri. How very like you.
さすがとか、そういうのはいいですから。みくりさんもテストが近いんですから、しっかりしてください。どうなっても知りませんよ。
Upon hearing that, Mikuri's face goes blank.
テスト？何それ美味しいの？
Oh no. Without needing to say, oh, this is bad, both Chieri and I are already on the same wavelength.
テストなんて聞いてないよ。
I mean, she's probably never gone to school before. Well, you never went to school after all. That's what I said. Okay. Since Mikuri was the only child in her homeland, there would be no need for a school, and as such, there would be no exams. I mean, I'm sure there was a school at one time, but that was like long in the fucking past. Alright, when there actually were kids in the village. This might be kind of rough for Mikuri, since this is her first experience with formal education.
神様も先に教えてくれればいいのに。神様のケチ。
罰当たりじゃないのかな、その発言。
Also, listen, Mikuri, I understand you're bitter that the gods didn't warn you before about exams, but to be fair, exams are a human construct. Right? Why would gods care about if you pass or fail an exam? You know? Do you want me to help you study? It might help a little.
本当？やったー！ゆずきくんがいれば勝ったも同然だよ。
Exams aren't about winning or losing, though. Ichika, no. Are you ready for the exams?
大丈夫だよ。私は普段から予習復習してるから。
How diligent of you.
当たり前だ。テストぐらい余裕だっての。
I feel like you say that, but you barely pass every time.
テスト前にゲームしてて補習受けてたのはどこの誰だったかな。
Never mind. I was going to say she fails every time, but you know, I gave her the benefit of the doubt. I was dead wrong. Listen, she's a tomboy. She's just like me, except I barely pass, so, you know, I'm slightly better? Sure.
今回はちゃんと勉強しようね。私が見てあげるから。
私は明日発売の新作やるので忙しくてだな。
ダメ。ちゃんと勉強しないと進級できないよ。
But like, you know, I want to know what game Nana is so addicted to that she can't study. Maybe it's justified. And maybe we'll find out in the next game, but I don't want to find out then. I want to find out now.
ちくしょう。
It looks like Nana isn't so great at studying, but she has Ichika to help. So I guess she'll be okay. You two always seem so friendly. Have you been working together for a long time?
イチカとはもっと前からの付き合いだ。もうかれこれ10年以上。いわゆる幼馴染ってやつだな。
幼馴染？すごいな。羨ましいな。
別に幼馴染だからって特別なことはねえよ。イチカのことちょっと人より知ってるだけだ。
そうだね。ナナちゃんの恥ずかしいところもたくさん知ってるよ。
That was almost not perfect enough. Alright, but I think with the delay between Ichika talking and
別に幼馴染だからって特別なことはねえよ。イチカのことちょっと人より知ってるだけだ。
Okay, yeah.
本当？知りたい知りたい。
みくりたちに言うんじゃねえぞ。
それはナナちゃんの頑張り次第かな。だからちゃんと勉強してね。
Uh-oh. There's a punishment now if you fail.
逆らえねえ。
Because clearly the supplementary classes aren't punishment enough for her. Nana and Ichika said it's nothing special, but I just feel like they belong together. Even without Mikuri's senses, I could tell that easily enough.
こんにちは。すみません。先生に質問していたら少し遅くなりました。
大丈夫。今日は私もナナちゃんもいるしね。
And Chieri walks into the shop dressed in her academy uniform. It's a weekday, so she comes here straight from classes. She's such a hard worker. but that uniform kind of makes her look younger. I'm sure if I told her that, she'd get mad. I mean, she is a year younger, so she is in the grade below, so I guess you're not wrong.
制服もかわいい。もっとちっちゃく見える。
Well, I guess you don't need to worry about you don't need to be self-conscious about possibly insulting Chieri, because that's what Mikuri is gonna do. She went and said it.
ちっちゃくないです。またこのみくりさんたら。
In fact, no, Chieri likes Yuzuki, so I was about to say Mikuri calling her Chieri small is probably worse than if Yuzuki said it, but I don't think so. I've gotten used to seeing the scene unfolding before me. Mikuri being Mikuri and Chieri getting mad at her. So Chieri being Chieri.
もちろん抱きつくのも禁止ですからね。
牽制された。じゃあナナちゃんで我慢する。
じゃあってなんだよ。私もお断りだ。
私ならいいよ。
ありがとう。
Mikuri gives Ichika a big hug. Ichika does look rather fluffy and soft, so I bet hugging her feels quite nice. So the two cats don't like being hugged, and the one dog, and the two dogs like hugging. Oh well, Ichika, I don't know if she likes hugging, but I don't think she minds getting hugged. And by the way, are there differences within particular type of beast folk? Like with dogs, you have Shiba Inu, Chihuahuas, and such. Mikuri and Ichika are both dog beast folk, but the shapes of their ears and tails are different. But Izuki, didn't you see the opening? They literally listed off the breed of animal the characters were based off. I mean, I only paid attention to Mikuri and Chieri's, and I kind of forgot what Nana and Ichika's were, but, you know, I hadn't really thought about it until now. But seeing them together like that makes me curious.
獣人にもね、動物の特徴が現れているんだよ。私はプードルの獣人なんだ。ほら、耳とかふわふわでしょ？
Oh, they certainly are. From the first time I met you, I had the feeling they reminded me of something. There are different names for poodles based on their size. I would guess that Ichika is a toy poodle.
私はポメラニアンだと思うよ。母様と同じ耳と尻尾で、母様がポメラニアンの獣人らしいから。里で育ったから、ポメラニアンって見たことないんだけどね。
I've heard that Pomeranians are energetic and friendly dogs. Yeah, that's Mikuri all over. What about you, Chieri?
私は。
Oh, I'm sorry. Perhaps I should have asked.
そういうわけじゃないんですけど、私はロシアンブルーです。
Yeah, what's wrong with that? Why are you so self-conscious about being a Russian blue? Chieri tells me what breed she is, but there's an uncertainty in her voice. Is it because she doesn't know exactly what breed of cat she would be? Right? Is she not a purebred Russian blue or something? Maybe I shouldn't have asked. No.
私はアメリカンショートヘアだ。
Nana cuts me off with her answer.
いいか、アメリカンショートヘアってのはな、もともとネズミを取るために使われてた種類なんだ。
Does that mean you're good at hunting mice? Huh? I see.
へえ、そうなんだ。じゃあね。
Whoa.
あのな、猫は可愛がられるだけの動物じゃねえんだ。爪や牙は鋭いし、俊敏で体も柔軟で獰猛で。
また始まりましたね。
What's up with Nana?
犬は警察犬とか介助犬とかいろいろ仕事があるでしょ。今は猫はペット扱いしかされないから気にしてるの。
I mean, listen, I understand where Nana's coming from, right? But here's the thing. Dogs have been domesticated for a lot longer than cats have, okay? And listen, the reason both were domesticated in the first place was for the purpose they served, right? Dogs were domesticated to help with hunting and the like, right? So it makes sense that they would serve well as guard dogs, or well, certain breeds. And cats were used to protect storehouses from birds and mice, right? So, you know, they would usually stay in the village while the dogs go out with the humans to hunt food. So, like, you know, both of them served a purpose. It's just that one of them had the ability to be treated more as a pet, I guess.
猫だって強えんだぞ。
In other words, she sees dogs as rivals or something. That's so cute.
可愛くねえし。
There's a reason she's second. She read my thoughts.
さあ、おしゃべりしてないで仕事しよう。お客さん来ちゃうよ。
みくりに言われるとなんか腹立つ。
ありがとうございました。
Chieri sees the customers off, and I wipe down the tables once the empty cups are collected. Right now, the only people inside Sirius are the staff. Sataria are the staff. That last customer stuck around for quite a while. They ordered a lot of refills on their coffee. Coffee too. I wonder if they like this place.
リピーターになってくれるといいですね。
The reason why I Freudian slipped Sataria with Sirius is because of the fucking song they're playing right now, right? Finding Sirius. And I don't know why that's the name of the song. I'm sure there's a reason behind it, right? But it's a song they use a lot. So every time I see it fucking pop up, yeah.
街の中心部にもカフェはあるので、今度はそっちに行っちゃうかもしれないですが。
And the only reason I was thinking about it as much as I am was because of the fucking the other song that I brought up, the fucking burnt something. I forgot what it's called. But I'm sure we'll get some customers coming back. Satari is a nice place after all.
はい。
Still, there's only a little bit of time until closing. It doesn't look like any new customers will be coming tonight. Mukuri ended her shift earlier and should be studying, but she's alone, so I'm a little worried. I'll go check in on her when I finish my shift. She's probably fucking either passed out on the book because she got bored and fell asleep, or she's watching Nana play games. Chieri, are you ready for your exams? Mukuri is focused on her studies, so it looks like she won't be able to work as much. Chieri?
すみません。ちょ ょっとぼーっとしてました。何の話でしたっけ？
About the exams. Do you think we'll be okay?
はい、問題ありません。普段から勉強していますから。
I see. That's quite responsible of you, Chieri.
白川さんはそうやってすぐ人を褒めるんですから。ありがたみがありません。
Sorry about that. But I'm just saying that I'm just saying what I think. If it makes you happy, then I think you should just be happy about it. Chieri, I'd be pretty happy if you praised me, you know? And Chieri's face turns red for an instant.
そんな言い方、ずるいです。
Why?
なんでもありません。
I look at her, puzzled. I don't see what's unfair about it. Because you're dense, I don't know why you're questioning why you don't understand why she's so flustered. Because how would you know why she's so flustered? You don't know anything when it comes to romance. Am I really that dense? At least he's self-aware. But Chieri, your face is red. It must be a cold, so you should get some rest. Shut up! If you're tired, I can handle closing up the shop. Honestly, I think it's worse if the dense protagonist points out that not only that the girl they're unintentionally flirting with is blushing, but that they're chalking it up to something that doesn't have anything to do with the actual reason as to why they're blushing. Right? Like, if he just stopped at saying you're blushing, it would be fine. But it's because he says it must be a cold that it's so fucking annoying.
いえ、大丈夫です。それに白川さんはまだ新人なんですから、先輩と一緒の方が確実です。
Okay, thank you.
お礼はいいですから。
全然わからないよ。
10 days until exams start. McCree is taking a break from working after classes and focusing on studying in her own room. I'm helping her study in between my shifts at the shop. It's okay. You've solved more problems than you did yesterday.
それってどのくらい？
2. About half of the ones that might be on the exam, but just the science questions.
全然解けてない。
McCree learns quickly, but unfortunately she doesn't have much of a foundation to work from. So helping her learn the basics of what will be on the exams is difficult, especially if you aren't that smart. I mean, I guess it's unfair to say that he's dumb and everything when he's so dense when it comes to romance, but like, come on. When it comes to anime, the average harem protagonist, right? The average eroge protagonist, you is an exception, right? You was very book smart. But most of the time, it is a trope. It is a trope that the protagonist isn't really that book smart, right? And when it comes to exams, they barely pass. I was trying to think of another word, but I guess yeah, just barely pass. But you're making real progress. Don't give up. Keep trying. In McCurry's case, this is the first time she has to study for an exam, so it must be hard for her. It must be hard on her. I need to help her as much as I can.
もうダメ。
You've gotten pretty far today. Good job.
へへへ、褒められちゃった。ねえねえ、頑張ってるならご褒美欲しいな。
Like a head pat? Sure thing. What would you like? Wanna get some sausages again? Or maybe go back to Sweet's Tale?
どうしよっかな。
Makuri doesn't seem to know what she wants. Well, there's no need to decide right away. Well, think about what you might want. I'm heading back to my room.
ありがとう。また明日。
This is the student dorm, so I wonder if there are any study guides or anything around. I head to the lounge, hoping to find something that might be of use to Makuri and... Oh. Man, we're getting a lot of fucking CGs. I'm kind of worried that we're getting so many CGs I might not be able to have enough for all the thumbnails in the common route. At least in the common route. I'm confident enough that there might be enough CGs in the characters routes. Right? But like, damn, with all these CGs. And I can't use the NSFW ones because like, there's titties in them. Only that those are exclusive to the Patreon. She's asleep. There are a bunch of notes and textbooks spread out on the table. It looks like she fell asleep while she was studying. She's so cute. It brings to mind an image of a defenseless kitten dozing away. She looks so adorable, with her droopy ears and her tail twitching once in a while. What should I do? Should I wake her up? It's pretty late, and Chieri doesn't live here in the dorm, so she should be heading home. But she looks like she's sleeping so comfortably, so I can't bring myself to wake her up. For now, I'll just check around to see if there are any study guides. Well, there seem to be dictionaries, even ones for languages I don't recognize. I reach for one written in characters I've never seen when... Oops. Chieri's eyes begin to flutter open at the sound of the dictionary falling. She looks at me, her blue eyes are a bit vacant.
また新しいチョコ作ったの?
Is your... I was blanking on the word. Is your dad a chocolatier? I don't know if that's the... Is your dad Willy Wonka? There you go. Papa. I didn't think she would mistake me for her father. As her eyes regain their focus, her droopy ears also straighten up.
今の聞きました？いえ、答えなくていいです。忘れてください。
No, I didn't hear anything. Now that she's fully awake, her tail swishes back and forth as she panics. I'll do my best.
お見苦しいところをお見せしました。
It's not disgraceful at all. Actually, I'd love to see you like that. Oh, I'd love to see you like that all the...
そういう意味じゃありません。
She got mad at me. For now, let me make sure I understand what's going on. Chieri, you were studying here, right?
はい。家よりもここの方が集中できるので、すみません。ご迷惑をおかけしました。
That's fine. But are you getting enough sleep? Just earlier at work, you were spacing out a little. Is it distracting at home because you love chocolate so much or something? And, well, I think you can understand where I'm coming from with this.
それは、はい。最近寝るのが遅くなってます。バイトしているとテスト勉強する時間がなくて。
Since we're coming up on exams, why don't you cut down on how many shifts you're doing, like McCurry?
それは嫌です。
If work is causing problems for one's studies, then it makes sense to cut back on it. But Chieri rejected that pretty strongly. Why?
もうテストの日までシフトは決まってますから、それにすでにみくりさんがお休みしているので、お店の迷惑になりますし。
Okay, I don't think it would be that problematic. I think, well, Ichika's got Sweet's tail as well, so maybe. But like, you know, Yuzuki's there. That's true. But I've got some time, so I can help cover those gaps. And we don't get that many customers, so I think it'll work out. I understand not wanting to cause problems for the shop, but I think it would be better for you to take the time off. What do you think? Shiera goes quiet and looks downwards, but she has her lips closed tight, like she's holding back something she wants to say. Being a student is your primary responsibility, so if your job is affecting your grades, you might have your priorities reserved. And if you work while you're not able to concentrate, you might end up making mistakes or causing accidents. And, causing accidents. That might be an even worse problem. I'll say it one more time. I think it would be best for you to ease up on your work shifts, so that it doesn't affect your studies. Chieri looks straight up at me. When she does, I can see the worry in her eyes. What do you want to do, Chieri? Tell me.
私は
She maintains eye contact unflinchingly. I've told her what I needed to. That's what I can silently wait. That's why I can silently wait for her answer.
すみません。さっきはお店のせいにしてずるい言い方をしました。私は妥協したくないんです。どちらかだけじゃなくて、バイトも勉強もやり通したいんです。中途半端じゃお店に迷惑かけるし、私のわがままだって分かっているんですけど。
Okay, I understand. Her blue eyes open wide. She's blinking at me like a frog in a hailstorm.
さっきはバイトを減らすべきだって言ってたじゃないですか。
Yeah, I did. And I still think taking a break would be the best thing you could do. If there were no other options, I'd be more opposed to it, but there are other things we can try. So do things the way you want, Chieri. I'll do my best to support you. If there's anything I can do to help, I will.
ありがとうございます。
She thanks me in an uncertain tone of voice. It seems like she's still a bit bewildered. Let's think about how we can make what you want to do happen. The only thing I can suggest for now is, I guess you could think about how to be more efficient with your studying.
効率ですか?
Right. If you're only going to have a little free time to study, you need to make the most of it.
失礼ながら、白川さんの口から効率という言葉が出てくるのが意外でした。白川さんはもっとのんびりした人だと思ってましたから。
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I do like taking things easy. But when you can't take things easy, you need to do them as efficiently as possible.
こう言うとまた失礼なんですが、白川さんってしっかりされてるんですね。
Really? Hearing that from you makes me feel a little more confident, Chieri.
ちょっとにやけてますよ。
It's really nice to be praised after all. I've been called slow or a slacker a lot in the past, but this may be the first time I've ever been called level-headed. And since it's Chieri saying it, I think it's okay for me to be a little happy about it. Okay then, how about we study together on days you don't have to work, you don't have work, and after your shifts end. You don't mean studying with Mikuri, but I can explain anything you don't understand, Chieri.
お願いします。
I certainly will. But first, be sure to get some sleep. Go home, take your bath, and then straight to bed.
はい。
It's pretty late. Do you want me to walk you home?
いえ、迎えが近くまで来ているので大丈夫です。お気遣いありがとうございます。
I see. Okay then. Good night.
はい。おやすみなさい。
I'm more surprised that her escort isn't here already, especially since, I'm pretty sure. Well, I don't know. I don't know the circumstances of I don't know Chieri's living circumstances, right? But she definitely is pretty well off. Let's go with that. She's pretty well off. So, I'm more surprised that I'm more surprised that the escort isn't here earlier, considering her status, I guess. I don't know. And Chieri bows her head to me, and then she jogs off, her tail swaying.